Hello and welcome for today's online class of civics. We are going to start with chapter 2 of civics, that is secularism. You have already read about it in the first chapter under the key features of the Constitution. Here we are going to focus on it in detail. Secularism is a very important feature for a country like India because here people belonging to many religious communities live together. Not only that, but also one religious community is in majority and others are in minority. So let us first find out what is secularism. It means government will not promote any one religion as the state religion. Citizens of the nation will have freedom to practice their religious beliefs in their own way. Secularism also means a separation of religion from the state. Now, one thing I want to make clear here, children, that state, when it is written with capital S in civics, and always when state is used in civics, it means government. Now, let us see why it is so important, the separation of religion from the state. Most important aspect of secularism is its separation of religion from state. In any democracy of the world, one religious community could be in majority and with their power and resources, easily they could discriminate and persecute persons of minority religious community. Now, what is the meaning of persecute? Persecute or persecution means killing of other person. Separation is also required for the freedom of individual to exit from their religion or have the freedom to practice religious teachings differently. Now, what does it mean? It means that in a secular country, government never forces anyone to follow any religion or any religious belief. If somebody wants to be, a atheist or a non-believer, then the person is not forced to follow any one religion. Now we will see what is Indian secularism. In Indian Constitution, the Indian Constitution mandates that the Indian state be a secular state. Indian government need to ensure that one religious community does not dominate other. Number 2, some members do not dominate other members of the same community. Number 3, the state cannot force any particular religion nor take away the religious freedom of individuals. With this, we end today's class. In the next video, I'll take up the next topic of this chapter and we will find out actually how it is Indian secularism is practiced. Thank you. Take care and bye.